shooter, like you talked about Michigan State being? You know, just in terms of what it takes to win?
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, you know, they have, you know, set a standard of winning for a long period of time, which, as you know, it's hard to do. Teams have runs, and they've been able to sustain it in a very difficult league. And so ultimately, I think that's what you want to build. And in order to do that, you need size, you need depth, you need gamers, and you've got to guard people, because you're not always going to make shots. You're not always going to make 10 threes. So you better be able to win on nights when the ball kind of falling in.
Are you seeing a different Jared Uthoff the last couple of games? He said he's coming out more taking a more aggressive mindset rather than kind of a passive.
Yeah, you know, and we've talked about it before. I mean, that's what I want from him. I mean, he's got that ability. He's got a unique skill set that he can score in a lot of different ways. And what you're seeing is, if he's raising up and shooting the ball, and if he's missing, he's coming back and raising up and shooting the ball again. And, you know, arguably the biggest shot of the game the other night, which is up 2, and, you know, after we fell down 1, and he was very confident doing it. So that's what I want him to continue to do.
Is it a confidence thing for him, or is the game finally slowing down?
He doesn't, I don't know that it's a confidence thing for him, no, because he's a lot like Josh. They just play the way that they want to play. You know, it's not like, okay, I'm going to be more aggressive now. Well, they've never done that. It's like, you know, they let the game come to them. They're open, they shoot it. If he's open, I throw it to him, and, you know, try to rebound and defend and keep it simple. You know, but sometimes, you know, you have to decide, okay, am I going to be the guy or one of the guys? Well, now you got to go get some buckets at tough times, and, you know, make contested shots at times, which he did. I mean, the jumper he made at Ohio State, that was a big-time play. I mean, he was hotly contested. And so what you're seeing is a guy, I think, who is becoming more comfortable in that role.
He shot that 3 you spoke of in transition. He said afterwards, he said, I better make it. I shot in transition. But he had the confidence to take it, which, you know, for a guy who you've had to kind of...
He has a green light to shoot that in transition. He does. I want him to shoot that in transition. Same with Josh. Same with Pete. You know, those 3 guys for sure have the green light to shoot in transition. I mean, nobody was guarding him. Why not shoot it? He's a really good shooter. Let it go.
When you look at the hallmark of Michigan State under Izzo, toughness is kind of their MO, whether that's physical or mental. You know, last couple of times they've been here, they've been down. I think 2 years ago they're down 12. Last year they're down 7. They were without a couple of their best players. They still came back. And then physically they battle you sometimes up until the whistle, per se. How do you match that, and what is it about them that as the game goes on they continue to get tougher, probably in both facets?
You know, I don't think there's anything tricky. I mean, they have good players, and they're just going to keep playing. They're going to play to the end of the possession. They're going to play to the end of the game. So they're not a team that you're going to get down 7 and you're going to look up and they're going to be down 25. That's not who they are. You know, you hope to at least, if you get them down 7, to keep the lead. You're right about that. But they're going to keep coming. That's, you know, I think when you're a coach, that's all you can ever ask. You can't expect perfection all the time, but you can expect, you know, ultimate effort. And so anything short of that, we have a hard time beating them.
This Dawson, I know he only played once against you last year. What is he doing that's better? He seems more consistent.
Well, he's playing like a senior. I mean, he's got, you know, supreme athletic ability. You know, he's one of those guys that he doesn't have to gather when he jumps. He just jumps. And he gets rebounds out of his area. He affects the game defensively. You know, he plays the 4 spot a lot. He handles the ball like a guard. And, you know, I think he's very comfortable in his role this year. He's got a much more important role offensively than he had, you know, when they had Payne and those guys. So he's accepted it, and he's been successful at it.
Coach, can you talk about how Dom's been progressing?
He's doing a lot better. his energy level, his understanding, his competitiveness. I love the fact that, he made a mistake at one end and came back and scored a big hoop for us at the other end. And that's a big step for him. He's going to be really good for us.
Has the move of Jock into the starting lineup and Zapp to the second unit kind of taken Trey out of the rotation at this point?
A little bit, yeah, because, if you start your 2 point guards, you can't sub one for the other. They're both getting tired at the same time. So Trey's still battling. He'll be in the mix.
You've got a couple of interesting connections with Anthony playing with Bryn Forbes and Denzel Valentine and Lansing, and then one of your incoming recruits, Ahmad Wagner, played for Travis Trice's dad. What did you learn about Ahmad from Travis's dad, and how much have you seen Travis Trice over the years when he was AAU before he came here?
Well, Travis's dad was as professional as you could ever hope for as a coach in a recruiting process. Especially in light of the fact that it was a little bit unique in the sense that he had never played football before, and then walks onto the football field and he's all state, which I think speaks to his athletic ability. It's one of the reasons we love him, but he's also a really good basketball player. His dad's a terrific coach, winning program, so that's about all I can say about that. As far as Travis is concerned, I saw him, he was a terrific player. We weren't involved with him. He had already kind of moved in that direction. But the irony of Clemens is, we were actually recruiting a different kid on that AAU team. And Denzel was already committed. The other kid was still in the balance. And we looked at him and we kept watching him, and then